days a year. We give out free picks on a lot of the games today. We're not giving out picks on all the games. We're going to give out a lot of college football picks. We're going to give out a lot of college basketball picks. We're not going to do every single game. We don't have the time for it. So I'm going to apologize, but really I'm not sorry. But because we're going to give you a ton of value. And, of course, if you want our best bets, the games that we like the best, the ones we're betting today, the ones we're most confident, the ones that really matter, the ones we stand behind, the ones we're accountable for, those are our premium picks. I'm coming off of a slight winning day. It's way better than a slight losing day. I'll take it any day of the week. I was singing my lucky song as Arizona State and Villanova were coming down in that final minute, and then, Villanova finally hit some free throws, and Arizona State decides just to throw in a three just in case other people got the line a little higher or whatever. I was throwing a gratuitous three just for the hell, so everybody catches the over in that thing. But, yeah. I'm ready for today. Today used to be the best day of the year. This used to be the best college football weekend of the year. Normally it is. Where you have today college football, where you have like some rivalry games mixed in. You have the Apple Cup usually. You have Oregon State, which was called the Civil War. I'm not sure if it's still called that anymore. I don't know if that was politically incorrect for me to say that. Is that the correct terminology? Politically incorrect. But whatever. It's Oregon State. Then, you have some other rivalry games mixed in, Nebraska and Iowa, two corn states. And then, you have the Iron Bowl on Saturday. It's usually Michigan, Ohio State Saturday, not this week. The Axe game is canceled between Wisconsin and Minnesota. The Paul Bunyan Axe game is canceled. USC Colorado is canceled. West Virginia Oklahoma is canceled. But at least we have a lot of games to work with. And, we have college basketball starting. And it's been good so far. It's been fun to watch. My picks, I kind of am where, I aim to be. And so it's like I'm not thrilled with the way college basketball is open for me, but at the same time, I'm good. I'm just a little bit over 500. I have a slight profit. And there's going to be some choppy. It's going to happen that way. You're going to lose some games that, where you just totally have a misread or, it just happens, And other games, the ball's just not going to bounce your way. And if those two teams played later in the season, you might have different results. But unfortunately, we bet them when they played now in some of those spots. And some of the ones, maybe we're on the right side of those, that teams are ready. And, we just haven't seen enough of them. And it's like I'm a game watcher, and I've been spending a lot of time in the studio, so I only have one TV in here, so it makes it even more difficult. I have the iPad set up, and I got on one of my computer screens, but still, it's only three. Normally I got 5, 6. So, speaking of 5, 6, Brian, how many plays you got today?
Well, I have my 3-pack in college football, number 2 ranked with $7,600 in profit. Of those 3 plays, one's my blank check, the other one's my Friday night game of the month. Get all 3 for $50 at pickdogs.com premium picks.
$50, 3 picks. Chris, what do you got?
For me, Black Friday, where I do some of my best work, usually in the stores. But today, I'm going to do it on the leaderboards. I got my college basketball Black Friday bonanza early and late. I got 3 games in the afternoon, 3 games in the evening. I also got my Black Friday college football frenzy, or you can have it all as part of my door crasher. $40 over at the website. And guys, don't forget to tune into the drive-thru tonight as well. And we got myself, Rod, Brian, and we got Goran for our weekly soccer segment. We're going to have Joe Duffy, Joe D'Amico, Tony T, myself. Lots of college football and college basketball picks for tonight's game, so don't miss out on that either.
Yeah, I think like Joe Duffy always has like the good analytical approach. I think what we get to see on the drive-thru is kind of like how the guys get there, Yeah. And it's kind of like it's a little different than this show. It's faster paced, and it's getting even faster paced. Couldn't find us all on YouTube. Wow, they're the first person I think that's ever said that. I mean, pretty much all over YouTube. Couldn't find us on YouTube. Wow. Anyways.
We're glad you found us.
We're glad you found us. Glad you found us on Facebook. But, yeah, the drive-thru is really cool, and it's something that I'm going to be more involved in and promoting more. And it's kind of like I've been behind the scenes on it, and I'm going to continue to be mostly behind the scenes on the drive-thru. But it's like, I had a vision there, and I think that the vision is right. I think the execution is is progressing into the right direction. I think it's I think it's a good thing. It's not meant to be a 3-minute sales pitch for every handicapper. It's meant to be, this is how I do my handicapping. Here's a pick, and here's how I do my handicapping to get to this pick. And then if you want to get more picks like this that I handicapped in this fashion to get to, which has worked for me very well over the years, this is where you can get it. And that's kind of boom, next. I think sometimes Tony gets a little bit too long-winded, and I'm not one to speak on that, but let's just say he does. Rod, what do you got going on? Steak Friday.
Steak Friday. Steak Friday on Friday. I've got 1 college football for you and 2 college basketball. All sides there. Loving those 3 today. Jump on the website and grab it. Going for another sweep of Steak Friday.
Yeah, if you have picks, the place to put those is the Facebook group, not in our YouTube comments. Doesn't help you a ton here. Originally I liked Iowa State, but we'll get to that game. I actually like the other side of that one now. It's one that I flip-flop. So if you guys watch my videos and some people say, yeah, he gave out this here, he gave out there. Well, I'm going to tell you why I flip-flop in just a second. UMass Liberty, Brian. The Flames, 36.5-point favorites, down from 39. UMass buckled up the chin straps last week against Florida Atlantic. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, this easily could have been a premium play. UMass has covered 2 in a row. I think they're 2-1 on the season cover-wise. And Liberty coming off of a mentally crushing defeat against NC State. They also have Coastal Carolina on deck. So for me, it's UMass plus the points. I just don't think Liberty gets up for this one.
Yeah, I flip-flopped on this game too. That I see that angle. I can also see it where, Liberty's a little bit ticked off that they lost that game, and UMass hadn't scored more than 10 points up until last week. And I think I'm going to go with the under here. I know Liberty's got a good offense, but I just don't see either side doing enough to get us over this total.
Rod?
I'm going to take UMass here. That's just too many points. Liberty wins this game but not by that many. And they probably have no interest in winning the game by that much.
You got Iowa State and Texas. I gave out Iowa State on the video. They were getting 1.5 at the time when I shot the video. I shot it earlier this week, but I'll tell you, if I would have shot the video today or yesterday, I would have taken Texas. I think Texas wins this thing. Way too many people on Iowa State to make this comfortable for me, man. This is like, all I'm hearing is Iowa State, Iowa State, Iowa State. That is a death march. I'm on Texas. I'm switching. I am flip-flopping. I don't care. You guys can say, he said it on the video, now he's saying this. I don't care. I'm saying it now. I hadn't put my bet in. On the video, I said Iowa State. Those of you that watch the live show, bonus. I'm on Texas. I tell you, I was going to make it a premium pick, but the fact that I gave out Iowa State on the video is the only reason I didn't make Texas a premium pick. I love it when the public is on a dog. Brian? I love being on the other side of that.
I also was on Iowa State early in the week, but as the week drawn on, and I've seen more guys loving up on Iowa State, I just don't see it. Texas has been off, I think, since November 7th. I think they come out fresh and ready to destroy Iowa State.
Destroy them. And, last week I was on Iowa State against Kansas State, and everyone loved Kansas State as the big dog against Iowa State. They just rolled them, but no way, man. This is the Big 12. There's no week-to-week continuity. Chris, what are you thinking?
Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna probably may regret this later. I'm gonna stick with Iowa State, though. I mean, Texas just, they haven't played many good rushing teams. The only toughest one they played was Oklahoma State. And, Iowa State is the leading rusher in the country in Breece Hall. And, I think Iowa State can take advantage of a questionable Texas secondary. And I think this is going to be a shootout, but I just think Iowa State wins this one late.
Expect Tom Herman to pull out all the stops in this game. 2 words coming out of Texas most recently, Urban Meyer. Rod.
Maybe if you look at Iowa State's offense and their rushing, yeah, they're ranked 32nd. But if you look at Texas defense, they're ranked 25th. And I think they can hold that rush down. And if you look, and the Cyclones are 0-4 ATS the last 4 meetings against Texas. Give me Texas here.
Hook 'em horns. I'm with you all the way in this one. I'm like I said, I was upset that I had given Iowa State in the video because I tried not to do that with the premiums and then say, oh, he gave out this, and then because then they'll say, oh, they'll act like everyone will act like it's a conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's I shot the video on Tuesday is basically what happened. Anyways, speaking of corn, we got Iowa against Nebraska. I had some niblets last night with my turkey. Brian, what are you thinking?
Another game where the public's in love with one side.
Loves
on Iowa.
Loves Iowa.
Everybody loves Iowa for some reason. But
Loves Iowa.
For this one, I think I'm going to go under the 53.5. I think we see improved defense from Nebraska. And I just don't see it getting over that total.
Nebraska's looked so good all season. I mean, despite being 1-3, I mean, they showed up in Columbus against Ohio State. They played Northwestern fairly well. And then, it was basically that interception they threw in the end zone, when they could have actually won the game. And then they just laid an egg last week against Illinois. Just in time, man. 14 points. Whew. Ruffalo?
Yeah, I'm on Nebraska here as well. I just think there's going to be a ton of running the ball, a lot of clock chewed up, and I just don't see Iowa being a team that's going to pull away from Nebraska here. I think Nebraska's going to keep it close the whole way, and I think they're going to give themselves a chance to win at the end, but I think Iowa still wins, but not by 2 touchdowns. Give me Nebraska here.
Rod?
Yeah, I like Nebraska here as well. I think Nebraska got embarrassed by Illinois, and they're definitely going to come out with a little bit more heart today and keep this closer than the 2-touchdown spread. Take Nebraska.
Yeah, Ann isn't here, and she didn't beat us yesterday. We're not in a picking competition. And if you want to go by who beat who, I think that we're all way above her on the leaderboard. So it's like I'm not really sure I understand that comment, but it's not a picking contest, our show. We're trying to put everybody on winners. Is the concept. The same thing with our Facebook group. And it's like if you're here for a picking contest, you've come to the wrong place. Where's Ann? She's at home in New Jersey. She has premium picks available. You can purchase them. Notre Dame against North Carolina. This line's bounced around. Open with UNC +4. I've seen it as high as 6. It's now 5.5 is where I'm seeing it.
Yeah, for me in this game, I mean, talk about a public total. Everybody and their mom loves the over, and why not? North Carolina hasn't played a ton of defense, but I think this game is supremely important to both squads. I think the Irish come up strong on defense. I think North Carolina steps it up a notch. So give me the under 70, under 69.5, somewhere in there.
If you want Ann's picks for Saturday, they're available for purchase in the premium area. I don't really understand the question. She's never on Saturday shows.
You mean for Friday? Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, that's what the comment is. If you want her picks, I mean, they're available for purchase. It's like, if you really want them, they're there. It's like it's not like she charges $1 million for them or something, Same prices that we charge. I don't know, when she was here, I didn't hear quite this clamoring. We could not do the show though if you guys like. If you'd rather, if Van's not here, you'd rather us not do the show. We could just walk. I'll go. Believe me, I got tons of other things to do. Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna take North Carolina with the points here. I just think that this is going to be back and forth. I don't think North Carolina's going to really let them out of sight, and I just see this being a field goal game. I see the two sides trading blows, and this one comes down to a field goal at the end. And I like North Carolina and the points in this one.
Rod.
Yeah, I like North Carolina and the points as well. I think they're here to put up a fight. Their 4th-ranked offense definitely can put up some points against Notre Dame's defense here. So take North Carolina.
I like the under. It's 69.5. It's up to the total. I think this one goes under. Way too many people on the over. USF against UCF. 25 points in this one. 68. Boy, I remember a few years ago when Chris's boy was coaching USF Taggart, and what the scores were like then. 100 easy.
100, yeah.
Now we got a 68 on this thing, and I don't even like it there.
For me in this one, South Florida is actually the better cover team. I think they're just 500 in the year against the spread, but if you pick the right weeks to back South Florida, then you're doing well. UCF coming off a crushing loss. Another one of those crushing losses, getting not killed by Cincinnati, because actually UCF got the cover for us, but really they got outplayed in that one. So when this is an in-state rival game, give me all the points, South Florida plus the points here.
Chris?
Yeah, I actually got a letter. I'm now the president of the Willie Taggart fan club. Anyways, I looked at this one, and as much as I like USF with the points in the rivalry game, UCF's got nothing to play for at this point. I think they're going to show up a little bit ticked off that they let that opportunity slip away against Cincinnati. They had them in that game, and they just couldn't get the stop that they needed. So I think we're going to see for lack of a better term, pissed off Central Florida team. I think they're going to take out some frustration on USF here. Give me Central Florida and lay the points.
Right.
Yeah, I like UCF as well here. That offense is just too good. And USF, their defense ranked 75th. They're going to be in for a long day. They're going to be on the field a lot. Give me UCF. They cover that up.
I like USF and I like the under. I like both there. So I think way too many points. I don't think this is quite the UCF offense that we've seen. And USF, as bad as they've been, they're still 4-4 against the number. So they've been slighted, and they've been in against better than this, too. So they played Notre Dame and they played Cincinnati. So they're not going to see anything here they haven't seen already. Plus, it is a rivalry game on top of it all. We got UNLV against Wyoming. Yeah, not much more I could say about this. Brian?
Oh, boy, UNLV absolutely stinks. Wyoming is an up-and-down team. I know they only have one win, but I think they're going to pick up a win here against UNLV. That's not really going out on a limb. But for me, it's the under here. I think we see a lot of running the football from Wyoming that drains the clock.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm with Brian on this one. I like the under as well. I think we're going to have a hard time hitting 40 points, let alone getting into 50 range. So give me the under in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Give me the under. That's way too many points for these two teams. I see 17-14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with UNLV in the points. Got Eastern Michigan against Central Michigan. Everyone knows how much I love directional Michigan games. Brian?
I got burned by Eastern Michigan, I think, last time out, but I'm going to back them again at home with about a touchdown. I just think this is a big rival game for them, and everybody's on Central Michigan, which makes me like Eastern even more. So I'll take a chance with Eastern Michigan for a small bet.
Chris?
Yeah, I know Eastern Michigan's been kind to us in the underdog role and covered a ton, but I just like Central Michigan with the Chippewas offense, and I think it just ends up being too much for Eastern Michigan here. I know it's a rivalry game, directional rivalry, but I think Central Michigan wins this one by 10. So give me Central Michigan here.
Yeah, if you have picks or parlays or whatever that you want to let us know what they are, the place to put those is the Facebook group. That's where we would see them, not in the comments here. The comments here, it goes by too fast, and once the show is over, I got to say I never look back at them. But if you go to the Facebook group, I'm active all day long. Rod?
For me, both these teams here are definitely going to put up enough points to get this over the total. I like the over 59 here. Central Michigan's averaging over 30 points a game. Eastern Michigan averaging, over 20 as well. And that'll get us over the number. Give me over 59.
Okay, we got Stanford and Cal. Is this one the game or the big game? There's Ohio State, Michigan is I think the big game. I think this one's called the game.
No, this one's the big game.
This is the big game. Brian, Stanford Cal. Look out for the tuba player.
This isn't like a huge game for me. Nothing I'm running to bet, but both teams come in 0-2. I just think Cal's the better of the 0-2s, and you're getting plus 2.5 in some spots. So I'll take Cal at home to finally get a win.
Unfortunately, on the other side in this one, Cal's missing 3 starting offensive linemen due to COVID, and there's a 4th that's a game-time decision. Stanford's got a decent pass rush, and Chase Garbers isn't the most he's a dual-threat quarterback by any means. He's not the most fleet of foot, and I think Stanford can get to him, so I'll take Stanford on the road here.
Rod?
I'm gonna go the other way. Give me Cal here. Cardinals are 0-6 ATS their last 6 games overall. 0-4 ATS the last 4 following a loss. Give me Cal here. I think they upset Stanford to get a win.
Can't stand Stanford. I'm still bitter about that Stephon Johnson sitting down before going to the end zone like 10 years ago. Oregon State against Oregon. This one down from 14.5 to 13. I gotta say, man, I don't know what I gave in the videos, but I love me some Beavers in this one. I had already done my premium picks, and it's like, and I was looking at this game this morning, and I was like, holy crap, what a layup. This one, I love this game. Oregon State all day. Brian?
Yep, I like the Beaver. I like Beavers a lot too, and in this one, I liked it a lot at 16.5. I still like it under that.
I think they can money line them, right? I think they can money. I think you could sprinkle a little on the money line here. I think with the points, it's too easy, but maybe with the money line, we might as well.
Yeah,
I feel so comfortable that I'm already cashing my ticket with the points that I'll sprinkle a little bit of my winnings on the money line.
Oregon State hates Oregon. This is going to be just a knockdown, drag-out game. So I'll take the points.
Yeah, all day. Chris?
I got to look around before I say this. I like Beavers as well. I think I just like Oregon.
I thought you liked the Cocks, the Gamecocks.
It was Cougars. Cougars and Beavers, remember? Cougars and Beavers.
When the lines with the Cocks are too big, then I have to go with the Beavers.
All right, guys. Let's skip.
Sorry. Okay. I just think this is a closer game. The line would indicate. I think this is a touchdown game. Brian made a good point. It's fairly obvious. Oregon State doesn't like Oregon. I think Oregon's got bigger fish to fry, and so I think Oregon State gets up for this one and keeps it within the number.
Rod?
For me, this is my pick that I'll be giving out on the drive-thru show. So tune in to the drive-thru show, and I'll give you who I think is going to win the side. But for this one here, pick the over.
Beavers.
I think both teams are going to score. We're definitely going to see some scoring here. Give me the over.
Beavers. Anyways,
I was hoping to get a consensus, but
we got 3 college hoops picks that all start before noon Eastern time. 2 of these games involve teams ranked in the top 5. Got Auburn Gonzaga. Auburn plus 18, 170.5 is the total in this thing. We've got East Tennessee against Middle Tennessee. That one's for keeps. And then San Francisco against Virginia. The Cavs 14.5 point favorites over the Dons. Brian, any of these 3 you're just rushing to get to the window to bet?
I was thinking about rushing to bet Auburn when I saw it fall into 15 in some spots. Now I see it's back up to 18.5. So, for me, a little bit on Auburn to cover. The over looks like a layup too, but man, that total keeps on rising and rising. So just give me Auburn plus the points.
Chris?
I like 2 in this slot. I like Middle Tennessee plus the point. I just think East Tennessee isn't the same team. They lost a lot from last year's team, and I think Middle Tennessee is going to be a team on the rise after last year's debacle. And I like Virginia under with San Francisco. They beat the crap out of Towson, but I think San Francisco's going to pose a bit more of a test here, and I think this one stays under 131.5.
Right.
I like the Zags in the spot. I think the Zags are going to run right over Auburn, actually. Give me Gonzaga. I like Middle Tennessee as well. Take Middle Tennessee money line. I think they outright beat Eastern Tennessee. I'm not going to mess with 1 point. Give me the money line.
Virginia for me out of those three. We got Xavier -9 over Toledo. JMU -1 over Norfolk State. We got Jack State +3.5 against FAU. Got Western Carolina -8.5 against Troy. Illinois -16.5 against the Bobcats of Ohio. Prairie View A&M is in the house, laying 2 against Evansville. And Oregon State, that game has no line. All right, let's go with those. Brian, anything there? Any meat on the bone?
I think a little lean to Ohio here. This is a lot of points against an Illinois team that's, they're a very good team, but I just don't think their concentration's there today against Ohio. I'll take the Bobcats +2 points.
Chris?
A couple that I like here. I love Illinois here. I think this Illinois team is legit, and I think they're gonna beat Ohio by at least 20. And I like the over in Toledo Xavier. I think yesterday's Xavier game where there was only 101 points. I think that was just an aberration. I think these two teams get back to scoring the basketball in this one. So, give me the over in Toledo Xavier.
And Rod.
I love Illinois today. I think they're gonna, just what Chris said, they're gonna roll right over my top four, Final Four pick. I got a good chance of winning it all. Love this Illinois team. They easily win by 20. Take Illinois. I like Prairie View over Evansville. A couple people here, so I like Prairie View to hang in there, and I think they get the win. Give me Prairie View.
Brandon Saunders says we suck at football. I don't know if it was meant directly at me or not, but thank you. I appreciate the love. For me, I like Ohio in this one. OHIO. Sounds like it's in Hawaii, right? If someone told you that was in Hawaii, you'd believe them, It's like kind of those Hawaiian letters, It's like 13-letter alphabet. Yeah, that works. I like the Bobcats here. 16.5. So Illinois shows me something. Speaking about showing something, West Virginia looked pretty beastly yesterday against VCO, man. These guys are bruisers. Look out for Huggins' team this year. This looks like a Final Four caliber team. Austin P +1.5 against Abilene Christian. We got Belmont -3 against George Mason. This is a good George Mason team. Got Drake against South Dakota. The public jumping on Drake. I think we're a little late to the party. I think we already cashed the best opportunity on Drake. Eastern Kentucky against Charleston Southern. No line on that beauty. St. Joe's +19.5 against the Jayhawks. The Hawks against the Jayhawks in that one. We got Incarnate Word +5.5 against the Rice Owls. We got Tulane -7 against Lamar. Texas Tech -30.5 against Sam Houston. Brian, anything there in that grouping of games that you see outside of George Mason, which I love?
Well, St. Joe's got it done with the cover yesterday, but I think now is a little late as people jump on them. I think Kansas comes in ticked off about how poorly they played against Gonzaga, so they're going to take it out on St. Joe's. I'll take Kansas.
Oh. So Brian Saunders isn't saying that we suck at football. He says USF equals you suck at football. Which I kind of think. I kind of get it. Chris?
I'm going to take the over in Kansas St. Joseph. I just think that's, I think that's an easy over. I think that's the only one I like out of these.
You don't like George Mason? This guy can seriously coach up this thing.
I know, but to tell you the truth, I like Belmont in that game. George Mason, you look at their first game, they barely got by a Division II school. I know.
You guys know I love Belmont too, and I can't even.
I know.
I can't even go there. George Mason, this guy can coach, man. This guy can seriously coach. Rod, this guy's gonna be like at one of the big programs someday. You watch. Rod. George Mason's a massive school. Massive.
Give me Western Kentucky plus the points.
What?
Plus 7.5 points. Yeah, I think they'll keep that closer than Western Virginia. I do. I think they'll keep it close.
Did you see West Virginia yesterday? It's like they're bigger than the starting offensive line for the Cowboys in that game against Washington. Those guys were bruisers, man.
We're playing tackle by
Culver's
basketball?
back. You know, they have Culver.
Western Kentucky's pretty good.
I know, but
I
you see,
like that.
Culver looks better than he was last year. Yeah, he's good.
Are we on the same level as like BYU offensive linemen, or we're not there yet?
No, we're not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet.
What else do you like, Rod? Anything else?
And I'm going to give me St. Joe's here. I don't think Kansas is going to win by like 30. Well, they're going to win by 20. I don't think so. I think they win. Kansas wins, but not by that many. Give me St. Joe's there.
I'm just gonna say
and give me Austin P plus the 1.5.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it one time. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret that I've been saving for just this moment. Put a little something on George Mason. This team is good. This is good. This coach, he takes ordinary players and makes them very, very good. Which means that when you get those transfers in from those other schools, this guy's going to coach them up to that ability that they had when they got recruited at those schools. This guy is that guy. I really like what George Mason's doing this year. And the other one, West Virginia all day. Just double digits, no problem. We got Texas Tech against Sam Houston, Tulane against Lamar, Incarnate Word against Rice. Word up. Syracuse against Bryant, Oakland against Bradley, UCLA against Pepperdine, Houston against Boise. Another team I love is Boise. Boise's that's money line. Plus 555, Boise, money line. They're in my parlay. They're going to be in everything. All Boise. Love them. Maryland against Navy. And that's it for now. Anything there, Chris? Oh, we also got Chicago State against North Carolina A&T.
Is me or Brian first?
Brian.
Oh, okay. For me, sometimes the big programs will take it easy on the service academies, but I don't think Maryland will do that today. I like Maryland laying the points to beat up on Navy and Oakland.
That's a local game, That's a local. Because you got Naval Academies in Annapolis, Maryland, against Maryland, so that's a local.
I still think Maryland will kibosh them. And Oakland's been awful in the first two. I'm tempted to take – Bradley's played close games. I'm going to take all the points with Oakland here. I think they get a cover.
Chris?
That's where I like some of my best games of the day. I like Bradley, Oakland under 136.5. These are just going to be
terrible.
Low scoring games.
The stench coming from the Oakland program.
I like Pepperdine. I might even like Pepperdine money line against UCLA.
I like Pepperdine money line too. I'm with you.
Because the thing is, if you're going to pull off the upset, you need to hit your free throws, and this is perennially one of the better free throw shooting teams in the country, Pepperdine. So I like Pepperdine there. I like Boise. I like Maryland to steamroll Navy, and I like North Carolina A&T to win by at least. I'm going to up that to like 17.5 at least against Chicago State. Chicago State's hot garbage.
This is the best Boise team they've ever had. This is the best Boise team they've ever had, easily. They got the Mountain West Player of the Year this year, Boise. Rod?
For me, I like Pepperdine here. This is their chance. They got to get the win. This is their chance to get the win. They were close last year, too. Give me Pepperdine plus the points. I'm with you guys on Boise. Boise's going to be a really good team. Houston's not a bad team. This is the game I'm excited to see. Definitely.
Yeah, Houston's good, but are they 11.5 points better than Boise? No
what time is Boise playing? I can't find them on my sheet.
3 p.m. Eastern time against Houston.
3 p.m. Yeah.
You're going to love this one, Brian. Only 28% of the public on Boise, and the line's dropped to 0.5 point.
Yeah, I'm getting no report on that game. It's freaking figures.
It's too sharp for you.
It broke my computer.
As we're getting to that time of year, you'll poke your eye out.
There we go.
That's why we're all wearing glasses. Eye protection.
Some of these college basketball games, they come out a little late,
So for me, I'm gonna give out an early parlay here. Bradley, Pepperdine, Boise. Love them. I would go Bradley, even money line Pepperdine and money line Boise as well in a parlay. I just think you take those three teams, you wrap them all up in a neat little package, and you could call it a day.
Bradley money line?
No. Bradley plus
okay.
Pepperdine money line, Boise money line.
Bradley's laying 14.
Right. So Bradley.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Bradley plus.
No.
Points. I was like
Bradley plus in the parlay. Plus.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's why I was confused for a second. My brain started hurting. I'm like, wait a second. The birds, they're flying. They're so pretty.
All right. UNC Williamson against UNC Asheville. We got Seton Hall, Louisville. We got Ark State, Marshall. Northern Iowa, Utah State. We got Santa Clara against UC Davis. Buffalo, Towson. LaSalle, St. Peter's. Brian, anything there? The Peacocks are in the house.
Louisville almost was a premium play. I just couldn't get enough data on that one to get it in there. But I like Louisville. I know Seton Hall hasn't played a game this year and it should be a good matchup. I think Louisville just lays the hammer to them. So I'll lay the 6.
I don't agree with that one. Chris?
I like the over 142 in Utah State, Northern Iowa. These are two teams that could really score. It's just we haven't really seen it yet. So I think this is where it breaks out. And I like Buffalo laying the 6 against Towson. Oh, sorry, we haven't got to that one yet. My bad.
Thanks for ruining the surprise.
Sorry.
We were holding that one back just to keep people here.
Now everybody tuned out.
Yeah, we just lost half our viewers.
Yeah, no, that's all I like is the over in Utah State, Northern Iowa.
Rod, how about you?
I like Seton Hall here. This team's going to be real good this year, returning lots of guys. They're on my list to keep an eye out for.
They can win this game. They can win this one. They can win. Chris Mack's coaching Louisville still, so they got puncher's chance for sure.
They're on your nice list.
Seton Hall?
They are on the nice list.
They lost Powell, who was the guy, from last year's team. Because this was a Final Four team last year, right? I had them in my Final Four last year. And, I don't think they're a Final Four team again this year, but I think they're a Sweet 16, Elite 8 team. And I think with Aiken coming in from Harvard, I think that is kind of, a nice addition that they have. Then they also got the guy from Niagara or something, right? Evansville.
Yeah, but I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's cleared his
eligibility.
I don't think he's cleared eligibility to play.
Aiken has. He went to Harvard.
Oh, Harvard. Oh, Aiken has. For sure, he has. Yeah, the guy from Harvard is definitely in there.
Definitely in.
Yeah.
But the guy that you're talking, the other guy is not in today.
I'll tell you, ever since Mackay Mason, I'm all in on these Ivy transfers, man. All in.
Yeah, definitely like.
They're big on him. They're big on this guy. Seton Hall's big on him. I like Seton Hall in that one too. I think money. I'm gonna sprinkle a little money line just for the hell of it.
No, I think they get spanked.
And LaSalle stinks. Give me St. Peter's. -2.5.
LaSalle does stink. They stink.
It's stench coming from all the way over here.
What do you think of LaSalle today? They still stink.
They still stink.
He's from the guy you're talking about. He's from Canisius. I just looked at. I'm trying to see if he's eligible though. 16.9 points.
What's his name? Yeah, he's a beast. He's the leading scorer in the other MAC.
Yeah, Takal Molson.
Yeah, Molson. He was the leading scorer in the other MAC, not the MAC, but the other MAC.
The other MAC.
The MAC. Boy, Ruffalo quick with the information here, but short with the information. You can see in the matchup, right? If
he's eligible.
Of course he's eligible.
Oh, he is eligible.
Yes.
Nice. I read it wrong.
It's Jackson who's out. Eligibility. Anyways, go to the 4:30 time slot. Buffalo Towson. I wonder who Ruffalo has in this one. We've got Arizona against Grambling, Iowa against Southern, Richmond against Moorhead, North Carolina State against North Florida, Fresno against Pacific. Brian, anything there?
Well, I was hoping you'd include San Diego State and St. Mary's, but
San Diego State's at 7 and St. Mary's
Right.
6:30. We're just going to 6.
amongst these games, I'd have to say that I like Buffalo laying the points. I think the spread will go up and up as we get closer to 4:30. So if you can get in now, get on the Buffalo. I think they're much more talented than Towson.
I'll tell you, super talented is Richmond, but I know you always love the look ahead, the guys that have the look ahead game. So Richmond plays at Rupp Arena next game.
Ooh.
I believe that's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep.
Yep.
But they're real good. The Spiders are real good. Real good. Chris?
Spoiler alert. I like Buffalo.
Who they play?
Towson.
I'm gonna give my pick on the drive-through. Of course, the game will be over, but you can thank me later for that one. Thank me later. Money. $, $. Stack of cash. There's a smiley face emoji with the cash eyes or cash tongue, right?
Yeah. I like Pacific to beat Fresno State. I really like what I've seen from Pacific, and I just think Fresno State's going to struggle here. So those will be my two for this one, Buffalo and Pacific.
Nice. Rod?
I like Arizona here over Grambling. And that's a warm up for Arizona. I think they can run right over Grambling. Win by 30. I like Marshall. I wish the line would come out. There's no line on that one yet. So keep an eye on that. I like Marshall. That's the two I like in this spot.
I don't really love anything in that time slot, to be honest with you. I'm not big on it. Buffalo, if anything. And also, I think I would, instead of betting anything in that time slot, I'd double my bet against LaSalle. just for the hell of it. North Florida, NC State. Oh, we said that one already. You know who else is bad this year is North Florida. They had like 3 all-conference guys on last year's team, and they all are gone now, right? So they're a rebuild as well. So North Florida's terrible, too. Anyways, South Dakota State, St. Mary's. I gave out the Jackrabbits yesterday as a premium. You got San Diego State against UC Irvine. Arkansas Little Rock against UNC Greensboro. Cal Poly. No line. Valpo Vandy. Idaho State, Nickel State. Fairly disinterested against Rutgers. Wake against Longwood. That's it. Brian, any of those?
San Diego's, yeah. South Dakota State hung tight with West Virginia, and they blew out their last opponent. St. Mary's got, I think, a big win over Northern Iowa yesterday. I like St. Mary's here on the money line. I think they pull a tiny upset over Jackrabbits.
Chris?
Yeah, unfortunately, I disagree. I'm still on the Jackrabbits here. I still think St. Mary's is going to have struggles early on in the season, life adjusting without their top 2 scorers, and South Dakota State is so underrated, and they still haven't caught on to them yet. So I'll take South Dakota State. I like the under in San Diego State UC Irvine. I don't see enough scoring to get us near 133. And I think that's all I like for these ones.
For me, in this one, I like St. Mary's. A good comeback against Northern in the second half. I think that continues over here. I'm going to get a win. Give me St. Mary's. I'm with Chris. I like the under in the UC Irvine and San Diego State. I don't think they're going to score enough. points to get over that number. And I also like Eastern Illinois to keep it close against Marquette. I think Marquette wins, but I don't think they win by the 14.5. I think Eastern Illinois.
We had the snow. We had the snow going during halftime yesterday for the second game, and we went 3-0 in those picks. And so, why not a little snow for the Jackrabbits? Suck it, Bittler. Jackrabbits.
The Gales are gonna just.
I'll go a hat on that one.
No.
Yeah.
I would have had some hats on St. Joe's yesterday. I'm waiting for my shipment of truckload of hats for the Red Hawks or whatever they are, the St. Joe's. And are they still the Red Hawks? I think so.
And I was like biting my nails. I was singing the Rabbit song about that money line.
I like the Jackrabbits. I like San Diego State against the Anteaters. I really was not impressed with them against Pepperdine. And then or they didn't play. They played Pepperdine, and I also like Valpo here against Vandy. Vandy stinks, man. They stink. Don't even underestimate the stench factor of Vandy. They're terrible. I mean, they've been terrible the last 2 years. And Valpo. So what happened to Valpo is, all right. Let's do a little Valpo chat here, okay? So Valpo used to be in the Horizon League. Okay, they were the biggest, baddest. They were the big kid, on the block. They moved to the Missouri Valley Conference. So then all of a sudden they were, the small fish in the pond again. And then last year in the conference tournament, they made it to the final of the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, despite a pretty mediocre season. I think they're ready to take a jump. And I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to jump all over Vandy in this one. How do you like that for some hype? Anyways, we got Texas Arlington against La Tech, Marquette against Eastern Illinois, Georgia Tech against Mercer, dog of the day. We got UConn against Hartford, Colorado, Kansas State, Whiskey, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Ooh, wonder how much tickets to get in prices on that one. And Memphis VCU. Brian?
Well, I'm giving out the Memphis VCU at the drive-thru today on the side, so make sure you check it out. As far as those other games you mentioned, I kind of like a slight lean to Kansas State. I know they looked horrible for a couple. They're a bad team, but I just think they're getting too many points here against Colorado. I think it's a one-bucket game.
Yeah, I like Colorado in this one. I saw nothing from Kansas State against Drake, and I don't see it happening against the Buffaloes either. Just got too many good players. McKinley Wright, probably one of the more underrated point guards in the Pac-12. I like Mercer against Georgia Tech. I like Memphis against VCU. I think this is I like VCU against Memphis, excuse me. I think this is a 4-point game at most. I think it's good. VCU's defense is going to keep this one in it, so I'll take VCU in the points.
Memphis let us down yesterday. That's for sure.
They did.
Rod, after that book, I was half asleep.
For me, that's why I like Colorado as well. Give me Colorado. Kansas State looked awful. I like the Buffaloes to Buffalo right over Kansas State there. I also like Wisconsin and Arkansas Pine Bluff under the number. I don't think they're gonna score enough to get over that number.
All right. I like Valpo. Still like Valpo.
Alpo or Valpo? I know Alpo's a dog food.
Valpo.
Oh, Valpo, yeah.
Yes. Crusaders. All right. Well, it's that time of the day again It's time for our parlay segment. Chris Ruffalo, show us the way. So we have comments here that people that are missing Ann on the show, and that's great. I think she'll be back next week, probably I think Monday or something. But if you're missing her picks or whatever, you should buy her yearly package at pickdogs.com or sportshopplace.com. You can get all of her picks, all of her best picks, her premium picks, her best stuff.
Plus, you get it when they come out.
Yeah, you can get them, every day if you want. You can buy them. You can get them a month. You can get a week, year, whatever, man. They're all available. So
That's
just like all the rest
of
our cappers, it's like I see a lot of names here, like saying they love her picks so much, but I don't see you guys buying her picks. If you buy her picks, then of course we'll have her back on the show. I mean, these are the cappers. These are the people that you guys are most interested in. These are the people that sell the most picks. No, I don't know. That's how else can you tell? I think that's a fair barometer, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, back to the parlay, Chris.
As for my parlay, I'm going to do. Let's see here. Illinois. Boise State, and Pacific.
Illinois, Boise State, and Pacific. All right.
Be my 3-teamer.
No football, just all hoops.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can be that way.
Yeah.
How about you, Rod?
For me, I'm going Seton Hall plus the points, Pepperdine plus the points, Boise plus the points. How are those teams? I like those.
And Brian.
Oh, I'm going to go with 4 games because I can't control myself. Oregon State plus the points in college football, Texas money line. College football, under UMass, under UCF, all college football, 4-game parlay for $50.
Boise State money line. South Dakota State. What was my other one? Boise State money line. South Dakota State. Pepperdine money line. Bradley minus the points. 14 parlay. Parlay it up. Make some money. Anyways.
Football is Texas, Nebraska.
Wait, is this a second? Wait a minute. Is this a second parlay?
Second parlay, yeah. I had a basketball one and a football one, but we went too fast over to Brian, so I didn't get my football one in there. So.
Oh, it is snowing, so I
okay, it's snowing. Woo! Then we're gonna go Texas, Nebraska, North Carolina. And I see Texas at a plus point now. Nice. You can get a point. Just take a money line.
Okay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day after Thanksgiving. I know I got a refrigerator full of leftovers. I don't know how we ended up with 2 pies. We only got 2 people. But
one each.
It happened.
Is there still Cool Whip and whipped cream left?
There's whipped cream left. The neighbor brought over a pie is what happened. We have we grow lilikoi, which is passion fruit. We have like a hedge of it. It's not a hedge, it's a vine. So it's all over a fence on one side of our property. So our neighbor took a bunch of lilikoi and made us a lilikoi meringue pie, and it is to die for. It is crazy good. Yeah, crazy good. Crazy good. I also got 2 different kinds of stuffing. I got a tub of mashed potatoes. I made the whole bag of mashed potatoes.
Whole bag?
The whole thing.
You didn't make instant, did you?
No. The bag of potatoes. Like one of those bags of
I
potatoes.
thought
I
you
made the
were telling me
whole.
you made
I made the whole. I don't know.
bag.
Instant?
Oh
No
God.
way.
Oh,
I only eat instant potatoes right out of the box.
what? You eat just the flakes?
Yeah, like by the handful. It's like
By the
pop.
handful?
Like
You get the
popcorn.
seasoned ones? You can get the
Okay.
ones that got the sour
What I do is
cream
I
pie
dunk.
ready to go.
I get a stick of butter and I dunk it in, kind of like like dunking a donut in coffee into my mashed potato flakes, and then I take a little nibble. Yeah, I might do that this afternoon. I'm watching the game.
Like cereal, like granola with almond milk. You just like pour like in a bowl of mashed potato. Just pour some water in.
You ever see people out there that look like they actually do that, and then they take their hands when they're done and do this?
Do that.
It's like,
Oh,
look at that shine.
look at that shine. That's usually what happens after you eat lobster or crab or something. You're all just covered in butter everywhere. Butter everywhere.
Butter everywhere. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. We will see you guys tomorrow when, of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. We got 38 college football games still on the schedule for tomorrow. Plus, there'll be tons of college hoops. So have a great day, and we'll see you then.